Hello, my name is James, and I'm the Mayor of JamessTown. For today, on the very last day of Epic Games' free Christmas giveaway, we have the last game up for grabs, Jurassic World Evolution, a city builder / management game as you taking over your own Jurassic Park. Developed and published by Frontier Development and released on the 12th of June 2018, Jurassic World Evolution is designed to be a business simulation / city builder where you are effectively running your own Jurassic Park. Clearly designed to be a spiritual successor to Jurassic Park Operation Genesis from back in the day, this one has a lot to live up to, at least for me. Bloody loved that game back on the PS2. Moving on though, with the actual gameplay, you take up the role of being a new park manager of a recently released Jurassic World. Unfortunately, the park is currently in no current state to be up and running just yet, which is where you come in. You'll be required to build new facilities to keep your guests happy, do enclosures to keep your dinosaurs happy, and researching fossils to discover previously extinct species of dino. In terms of actual gameplay, it's a pretty standard city building affair, just like Tropico and City Skylines that had already been given out these past 2 weeks. The main gameplay loop is pretty similar. If you're missing something, you need to build it, maximising profits every single chance that you get. There's a couple of different modes to enjoy in the game. There's the typical sandbox mode and the campaign, that has you basically work your way up from zero to make the best park in the business, with some story content on the side to go along with this. Personally, I don't particularly care for the story stuff with city builders, but it doesn't hurt to have the option for others to enjoy. A great feature for the game is the ability to drive and fly around your own personal park, either in a jeep or in a helicopter. By doing this, you get such a unique aspect to the park that is rarely seen in this type of genre. Plus, if you get bored, why not create a racetrack to drive around in for a little while? Have yourself a laugh. In terms of the visuals, the game definitely isn't breathtaking by any means. Everything looks pretty good, don't get me wrong, but don't come entering into this one hoping it's the world's most gorgeous city builder. Instead, the highlight definitely comes in the form of the dinosaurs. Who would have known? The dinosaurs quite clearly got the most work put into them, and as a result of this, their interactions with the environment and everything else around them is rather fascinating to watch. Easily one of the highlights from this game for me. When it comes to the story, there really isn't much to say. The main campaign simply has you take over the running of Jurassic World and its new park. By fulfilling contracts which act kinda like tutorialization, the game rewards you with some income to help finalize your new Jurassic World. During this, you'll have characters from the movie interact with you, such as Owen, the bloke with the raptors. Ultimately though, the story isn't really anything to write home about. It's pretty much just there to give you a little bit more information about the island, Jurassic World itself, and the characters that revolve around it. It's more of a good tutorial that teaches you how to play the game without restricting you nearly as much as an average tutorial would, which is nice. Moving on to the audio, I must say that the audio does a damn good job of working itself into the game, which shouldn't be a surprise considering that the game's source material is a multi-billion-dollar franchise at this point. The music is good, albeit it can't always be heard at the best of times. When it can be heard though, it really creates a sense of wonderment you experience the very first time you watch the Jurassic Park movie. Something about the soundtrack, when things are going well, is just enchanting. Again, considering the type of franchise the game is based on, this isn't really a surprise. My favourite part of the audio has to be the dinosaurs themselves, however. I don't know if it's just me, but when watching a Jurassic Park film, the best part is waiting for the T-Rex to finally do its incredible roar, and then go on a massive, destructive tirade. With Jurassic World Evolution, I basically get that in video game form and for every single dinosaur that I come across. It's a great aspect of the game that kind of ends up making you feel like a kid again. Oh, and did I mention there's voice acting from Jeff Goldblum? Definite win in my book. The man's a meme for a reason. In conclusion, Jurassic World Evolution is, in my opinion, a pretty damn solid spiritual successor to Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. It modernizes the original quite well and creates quite the addictive experience that the genre is known for. Visually speaking, the game looks good, the overall learning curve isn't as high as other city builders, which I appreciate, and the setting that the game takes place in is just perfect. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't want to run their own Jurassic Park? As a result of all of this, I'm going to have to give the game a traffic light score of green. Sure, the story mode part of the game is an add-on that I don't really care for, but considering I can just get lost into the sandbox of the game at my leisure, I definitely can't complain. There's a lot to enjoy with this one, and thanks to the genre, you won't be getting tired of the game anytime soon. Definitely an easy game to recommend to anyone that's interested, so be sure to pick it up while it's still free. Thanks to those of you that stuck around until the end, be sure to like, comment, subscribe and all that goodness. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and that's exactly what's happened here. While I won't admit to loving every single game that had been given away, I can't exactly say I didn't have a solid time playing everything on offer for the last 2 weeks. As of next Thursday, we should be returning to our free weekly games, which should be Crying Suns, so be sure to keep an eye out for that one and my review on it coming soon. Until then though, I wish you a happy new year. I've been James, the Mayor of Jamestown, and I'm off. Goodbye.